G'day guys, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We are just in the camp here, still in the Underdark, and in the previous episode, I would say it was a very interesting one. We sort of revealed the secrets of the tower, the arcane tower, but not completely, because we still have that one basement to try and figure out. So we're definitely going to do that in this episode as well, but we did also complete the mushroom hunting quest, that Ameluum. Bloody hell. Still difficult, guys, to pronounce. Ameluum set out, or set us out to get. And, yeah. We took the potion. It didn't really do too much, aside from perhaps maybe make the tadpole a little bit stronger somehow. But anyway, we did get some Githyanki, sort of, what are these called? Discs. Yes, that's it. And, one of them is a cipher, and then the other one is, you know, some kind of story about Orpheus, which we use the cipher to decipher. And I kind of want to start the episode by having a chat with Lae'zel to see if she has a view on that. So let's go ahead and do that.
You must have questions.
Yeah, let's ask her about the disc from the Underdark.
The disc appears in your mind's eye. Lae'zel sees it too, and considers the vision.
Quite similar to the boy's slate from the creche. It's a story about Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
I've read this one already. What do you make of it?
Drivel, all of it. Gith declared Vlaakith queen of the Empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich.
And if it's true, it sounds like Vlaakith betrayed Gith and seized the throne.
Chuk. You speak like Kithrak Voss. You accuse Vlaakith of the unthinkable. As unthinkable as the greatest living knight turning on his queen. Well, enough conjecture. I'm done with the matter.
Okay, she still has some faith, I suppose, in Vlaakith, despite what she's been through so far. Maybe we can press her about the disc from the creche.
The disc appears in your mind.
Tirsuma, the texts are enciphered, but there's a common speech It's a story about...
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's.
So, I think we may have asked this...
Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
Who is Orpheus?
A traitor. A dead one. This text is heresy. I can hardly bear to read it, let alone speak it.
Yeah, okay. I think we did speak to her about it. Let's maybe take a look at whether or not we've got that disc available to us, and then maybe we can just decipher it ourselves. Let me just have a look. Let's just sort everything by type, and I wonder if I have it with me, or... Yeah, here. Part 2, Sacrifice. Let's read it. I don't know if we have read this or not. And I wonder if perhaps maybe we can read it now because we've got the cipher on us. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith. But the true heir, the prince of the comet, would not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. mighty Voss. Voss? Just still Kithrak lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. Is this the same Voss that we're dealing with? Possibly. Hang on. Let me just examine it. No, okay, nothing else comes up. I was sort of hoping whether or not we get a bit of a cutscene to say that we're actually using the cipher. But perhaps maybe all that we need is to now have read the cipher first, and perhaps now we're able to decipher these stories. Maybe. I'm not confident, but could be what's going on. I'll send these to camp. I might send that to camp as well, and maybe that as well. Alright, looking good. So, a decent start here with Lae'zel, but I do want to go back to the Arcane Tower, and we're going to sort of have a fiddle around. There's a few things that I can think of that, well, not exactly missed, because I did, through my editing, sort of pay close attention to see if there was anything that I was missing, and I couldn't really identify anything. But I have a few ideas on what we can do to try and perhaps maybe reveal the way to enter the basement. But to do that, I'm thinking I want to fish Gale back out and
What's on your mind?
bring him with me.
I'd be delighted.
So he'll probably just take Will's place. So Will was just there to do all of the trading deals. But I think now we do need to just head back. Bear with me. What I'm looking for is probably the beach area. I think that's the closest portal that we have to the tower. And we should be able to just make our way there. I wonder if we won't be able to get like a portal that just takes us to the tower. That would be nice if we can get one of those. Okay, everyone else seems to have tried to go some weird way, but everyone's with us now, so that's good. Oh, hang on. Except for Gale. Gale seems to be a little bit stuck. Let's just leave everyone for a second and just quickly guide Gale.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Okay, so as I said, there's a few things that I think I'm going to experiment on. Obviously, we've got the ring. So the ring is what we got from Bernard. I feel like that's maybe one of the strongest leads that we have. So I've got the ring on blue. I don't really know if I need to cast light, but I am going to cast it anyway. Because, yeah, well, you know, we may as well, just in case we need it to reveal something. The second thing that I'm going to do is to use Gale to cast See Invisibility. Now, again, I have no idea if there's anything invisible here that we need to reveal. But again, I'm just trying everything. Since I don't really have any strong leads. So there's that. There's Chest of the Mundane. Now, this was an interesting thing, and it's very unlikely, but like, you know, we found a whole bunch of mundane objects in there, but as soon as we picked them up, they were worth something. So I'm not sure if there's a need for us to use this to convert something, say the ring, for instance, into another object. I don't know if that is potentially a thing. But yeah, so we've got a wooden spoon. Well, I don't suppose that would be of use to us. But yeah, as soon as we take it back out, it converts back anyway, right? So I was sort of thinking, is there a way we can convert something in here to make it useful in a different manner? But I don't think that's the case, so it's very unlikely. So the other thing is that there's a switch that we, well, sorry, not a switch, a button more like, on one of the upper levels. So we did press on that and nothing seemed to happen. And instead of going down immediately to the basement...
That might be worth a look.
What are we highlighting? Is it this? So he just said that might be worth a look, but I'm not sure what exactly that was highlighting. It could be the button again, but we've...
Strange place for a button, especially one that doesn't work.
We've already been here. Unless there's some other, you know, other use for the button, which we haven't discovered just yet. Anyway, we do have these books, which I haven't exactly looked at. Nothing in there. Okay. Again, not sure if that's what we needed to look at. Magic of the Weave, an introduction. I think we've seen that. Alright. I mean, Gale hasn't seemed to reveal anything, I don't think. But yeah, that was a very interesting thing that happened there. So we did that check. Something highlighted, but I couldn't tell what.
Strange place for a button, especially one that doesn't work.
Unless we need to press the button and then quickly go down and, you know, enter. Perhaps maybe it only opens the door temporarily. So I could try that.
My ring lit up. Must have been linked to that button.
My ring lit up, must have been connected to that button. Wait a second. So, am I think... So before, we couldn't descend further, right? But this... Actually, it is showing me that we can now descend. Maybe that's the secret. I just needed the ring equipped in this very lowest section of the... Well, again, I keep calling it an elevator. It's more like a teleporter. And yeah, maybe that's revealed the descend button. Maybe. Anyway. Finally. Okay. So I think we're where we need to be. Haven't seen any of this before. Let's just tread lightly. You never know. This place could be booby-trapped. Yeah, I think this is the way to get back out. Well, I mean, we can go out using the teleporter now, but let's have a look around. More basilisk oil. I do like that. So we've got about 3 basilisk oils now, and I'm just not entirely sure if I should be freeing any of those drow from their, you know, petrification. I think we've seen all of that. An open letter to oppression and peacocks. Written in a furious, slopping hand, this is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay, diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in this city. I think we've read this, actually. Yeah. Just the angry guy who, had his, like, peacock, like, I don't know, quarantined or something. Let's grab that. Anything of use here? Or anything else of use? More tongues of madness. And grab all of that. It's fine. So we can definitely do some alchemy with it, right? Staff of Arcane Blessing. What? So it gives us the ability to cast Bless. Probably not as good as what we've just given Gale, but we can compare a little bit later. Fringe Philosophy, seen it. Yep, seen those as well. And what do we have here? A gilded chest. De Hurst's Diary. Crisp cursive fills the pages of the diary detailing the daily struggles of a cleric of Mystra, studying the magical properties of the Underdark. The last entry dates back about 10 years, to Olturiak, 1481 DR. Who would have thought 3 years ago that I would start a diary? Not a research journal, but a real diary. I guess when every soul is more like to kill you than converse with you, talking to a book starts to make sense. And who would have thought 3 years ago that I would be called back to Baldur's Gate to confer with the other clerics of Mystra? Right at the apex of my studies, I have all the pieces, but I have barely started my treatise. No matter. I will take my ring with me to show them a glimpse of the possibilities. I will leave you, my dear book, here, together with the rest of my research, waiting to be finished. I should be back before next Ches. LDH. Sparks Wall. I'm just gonna quickly bring everyone together. Don't think we need to be that careful. And just a whole bunch of valuables here, but the Sparks Wall... Spark Blocker. The wearer can't be electrocuted. Grants resistance to lightning damage. Don't know how I feel about that, but... good to have anyway. Excavation of the Enclave of Naloth. Elminster said Naloth was a wonder to behold when it floated in Faerun's sky. He was surely right. This Netherese enclave was once a jewel in the empire of magic, with towers that pierced the heavens, and yet it fell, just as all Netherese enclaves did. crashing down when Karsus's folly ripped magic from the world. But even after it collapsed into the sea, its ruins still held a strange, twisted beauty. I traveled here from Halrua when I heard the sea had retreated and the ruins of Naloth were visible once again. Alas, I was not the first. Looters have stripped the Enclave of its material wealth, destroying much of its esoteric riches in the process. I've found arcane books used to make campfires, their magic lost now to the ages. I have met some Shadowvar here whose interests align with mine, and we have agreed to search the ruins together. I'm grateful for these allies. The ruins are mostly filled with thick-skulled adventurers, but I cannot shake the feeling that someone is watching us, waiting to see what we uncover. I mean, should I take the book? Maybe. Whoops. No, oh, well, it's gone now. I held the wrong button, guys. God damn. Oh, there's all this other stuff down here which I completely forgot about. I'm hoping that book wasn't, like, super important or anything like that. If it is, oh my god, I'm probably not going to hear the end of it in the comment section, but that's fine. Yeah, do I feel like redoing all of that? I think we can live with it. We can live with not doing every single side quest or anything like that, right? Yeah, here we go. So, Arcane Tower. Is there a way to open this? Yes, there is. Okay. There we go. So we shouldn't really have any trouble trying to enter this place anymore, but I mean, it's not like we will have any trouble now that we have access through the portal anyway. Is that it? That seems a little underwhelming. But let me just have a look at the map here. Maybe the map can tell us some clues. I mean, I did read the book, right? Which, if there was going to be any quest line that we get from it, it'd probably be from the book itself, and the fact that we have read it and nothing happens means that there's probably nothing to be gained from it. Or perhaps maybe we can pick up the quest in another way. Hang on.
Might be useful.
Hang on a sec. I just realized, but the button here now says that it would go to the top floor. Is that where Bernard was? Possibly. But I want to give it a go. Just in case it's a different place completely. No, yeah, this is where Bernard was. And definitely nothing else above this tower. I think that's it for the tower, guys. So, with that in mind, let us continue with a different quest line. And I think I did say towards the end of the previous episode that I wanted to backtrack to the Nautiloid crash region and to see if we can just complete the masterwork weapon. So let's go ahead and do that. So I don't know if we needed to go to the like blighted village to complete it. I think maybe let's just go there. And let's just quickly consult the map once more. Yeah, it's definitely in this village. So let's go in there and let's see what we can do. Are those like big ogre-like characters still there? They are. We're probably like too overpowered for them at this point. We could probably steamroll them, but that's alright. Live and let live, you know? Alright, sure, why not? So I suppose I just need to use the forge. I don't know if there's a particular way we need to do it, but we've got the suture bark. Now we need to head back to the forge. Yep, cool. I'll quick save here, and let's see what kind of masterwork weapon we can make.
Time to get this thing fired up.
Okay, so I guess I just need like suture bark. Is that what we're saying? Possibly. Where is the suture bark? Did I think I may have left it in the camp. So I might need to just quickly retrieve that. So also guys, I'm making a very big assumption here that there's nothing else in the arcane tower for us to see, do, or loot. But if I'm making a big mistake, yeah, definitely let me know in the comments, and we can go back there, because, I mean, I was looking around in that basement, and it didn't really look like there was too much more, aside from the ring that we discovered. How am I going to be able to get suture bark from here? Is there a way we can search for stuff? Where is that suture bark? I'm thinking it would have like an orange outline, but then all the ones that do have an orange outline don't look like suture bark. Oh, I think this might be it. Wood bark. No. Yikes, okay. I can't seem to find it, unless I've got it on me. Suture tree bark? Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Goodness me. Alright, it's somewhere in here. But I should be able to place it in now. My bad. There we go. So, do I not get a choice of what I make from this entire process? Maybe I don't.
Bark is in place. Now for a great sword, dagger, or sickle.
Great sword, dagger, or sickle. Oh. What? Oh, do I need to put the like another item in here? Perhaps maybe the bark has just, you know, changed the color of the flames, and then now I need to place a dagger, sickle, or a greatsword, I think. Well, that's kind of a tough choice, but I probably do need to fish out a weapon in that case. I'm just guessing here, but luckily we have quick saved in case we made a mistake. I don't know what sort of benefit we're going to get out of it exactly. But perhaps maybe I can even, like, put in... like, a dagger +1. I don't know if I should just put in a normal dagger or what the deal is. Or I could put a greatsword, but I'll go with dagger, I think, and perhaps maybe it can be another option for either us or Astarion. Let's give it another go. Okay. What I might do is just quickly load our quick save there, and maybe I'm missing a step. But we definitely had to put the sushi bark in, which I did. It consumed it, and then I don't really know what to do next. Unless, sorry, this is another thing that could be true. But perhaps maybe I need to choose a item that is pretty sort of basic, if you will. So perhaps maybe the dagger +1 was not the right choice. But anyway, let's grab the sushi tree bark.
Or sickle.
Yeah, so... I don't really have any weapons on me. Does anyone have anything that I can throw in there? Maybe not. Alright, let me go back. This time, I'm just going to grab, like, a really, really basic-ass dagger. And I'll throw that in. Hopefully, this will do the trick.
The roaring furnace awaits an offering. A candy-sweet scent wafts forth. The Susa bark infuses the weapon from within the flames. The flames sputter away. The dagger is yours for the taking.
Nice, okay. So, it's a rare weapon, so at least we've got that going for us. What does it do, though? Silences targets on hit. Interesting. Should we be save scumming to see what we can get? But there's only 3 choices, right? Dagger, sickle, or greatsword. I'm not really interested in a sickle or a greatsword, particularly with the greatsword that we're currently using with Lae'zel being a really, really good sword already. I don't really think we need like an alternative one, particularly if we're not going to use it. 6 to 12 damage, probably a decent thing to compare with Astarion. Though maybe it could be decent for ourselves as well. Obviously, the Undermountain King is still supreme in this instance. 3 to 11 damage. 6 to 12 damage. Uh, 3 to 9 damage. I think this was a little bit better. I'm thinking this might go to Astarion. Depends on what Astarion has, though. So, I like the idea of what the short sword of First Blood can do. But what I like about this is that if we can get silence on targets, particularly, you know, like if we're sneaking around and then we try to kill off some of the spellcasters first, we can even prevent them from taking, you know, actions or at least casting spells. Speed of reply, 1 to 6 damage. 6 to 12, potentially. Two to 5 in the offhand. So just a little bit less damage, but I think the silence is going to be a game changer there. So yeah, I think we should take that, to be honest. And speedy reply might be something good that we could give to Will, although I feel like we now have a few different rapiers that he might be able to use, so at least he's got additional choices. But yeah, I think that's a good thing for Astarion. Hopefully it'll make a difference, but let's just do a little bit of tidying up here before we continue. So let's even send that to camp, and yep, that can go as well. And from our own inventory, yeah, we've got quite a few scrolls. There we go. I do like the fact that we're getting more rings, and you know, I feel like we don't really have a lot of rings on different characters, so building up our ring collection would be good. I don't really think we need guiding light on us, and I could probably throw this to the camp. Probably don't need that. I don't know what we're going to do with the blooming Drowhead, but it's apparently a quest item. I guess it's a quest item because I had to turn it in, but it's sort of transformed. It could make sense for us. We can't be electrocuted. We've got this sort of lightning theme going on with blue right now. Staff of Arcane Blessing. Is that any good for Astarion? Let's just have a look. Creation's Echo. Mistra's Blessing. Bless grants an additional... Yeah, okay. It's just Bless. So, I'm thinking Creation's Echo is probably still the way to go. And yeah, I think we're ready to continue on our adventures. So what is next? That is a very good question. We kind of just need to complete forging either a weapon or some armor in the Underdark at the Adamantine Forge. But that's it. So there's not really anything else that we need to do there. And I believe the next thing that we could do is perhaps maybe, you know, make our way through the Shadow-Cursed lands. And we need to do that to find the Night Song anyway, right? So, and there's a few other quests there, including looking for the Grand Duke. So let's see where we can go in terms of portaling to try and get there quickly. Maybe Rosimorn Monastery is actually not a bad place to start from. Okay.
Have to keep going.
Again, I'm sort of secretly hoping that we will, you know... Oh, actually, this is probably the better option for us. My bad. Oh, and since we're here, I do want to heed one of the comments that have been left on previous videos. I know I haven't been reading and replying to a lot of the comments, you know, as often as I should, but well, I do read everything. I just haven't been replying as often as I should, but I know someone made a recommendation to come back to this Lady Esther. We're obviously not going to give the gift egg to her, but we are probably going to just quickly check on what she has to trade and
Have you given any more thought to
see if there's anything that we can buy from her. No, but I'm willing to trade if you have anything worth trading.
I might have a few trinkets worth a
Right, so
glance.
let's take a look. It's like all sorts of ammo, potions, armor. What about this? The graceful cloth. So it's considered to be clothing. I think we we probably got Gale to try this out, and it has sort of like an exposed midriff section, which I'm not a fan of. So I might leave that alone. Boots of Elemental Momentum. Whenever the wearer deals acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage with a spell or cantrip, they gain momentum for 2 turns. This sounds pretty powerful, particularly for Gale. So we could potentially pick that up. I know I'm going to have to bring Will out to do this interaction, but we'll definitely do that. We'll just take a look for the time being, though. Gloves of Baneful Striking. Whenever you deal damage with a weapon attack, the target receives a 1d4 penalty to its saving throw against your next spell. Maybe a good one for Will. It doesn't seem too expensive either. Gloves of Cinder and Sizzle. Dragonfire Fists. Your unarmed attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 fire damage. Yeah, we're not really doing any unarmed attacks at the moment, are we? So, Winter's Clutches. When the wearer deals cold damage, inflict 2 turns of Encrusted with Frost. I'm pretty sure I did read all of this, and I guess I wasn't really impressed the first time I looked through them, but... Periapt of Wound Closure. What is this? Is this a pendant? When downed, automatically stabilize at the start of the turn. Potent Healing. Whenever you are healed, you restore the maximum number of possible hit points. Could be powerful, but it has to take the place of another amulet, which will give us a different, perhaps more useful skill. Unless we're counting on dying constantly, you know? Which I'm not. I would like to buy this. An open call for adventurers on behalf of the society. Maybe we get a quest from that. So that's sort of my thought process here, guys. So maybe the Boots of Elemental Momentum and possibly the Gloves of Baneful Striking. Again, I can make some purchases and not have to use stuff if I don't really want to. And that's sort of my thought process here. I mean, this is going to be... Oh, despite it being rare, it's only 250 gold, so... Seems doable.
Happy, are we?
Alright, let's... fetch Will. Oh, sorry, I forgot to bring everyone with me. Will, we need you for some trading, my friend. I think I'll get him to take Gale's place.
Sorry, but let's make this happen.
Have you given any more thought to the retrieval of...
Defender of the people.
A friendly... You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive?
Lady, I'm busy. What do you want? No, we've had this interaction before.
I have... You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg. Should you change your mind?
Okay, good.
Have
Yeah,
you
I guess
given
every
any more
time
thought
we
to the
approach
retrieval of
any
egg
characters
within
with, you know, a person that we haven't used to speak to them, those sorts of interactions may actually restart. Alright, let's trade.
I might have a few trinkets.
Ah, you know what I should have done,
worth
guys? I should have grabbed, like, stuff to sell, which I totally forgot to do. Sorry, we can do that another time. We don't have to rush into it. So we have plenty of gold ourselves, so let's do that and that. And look, I'll spend a bit of money on this. You never know, we might want to use it, like if we're having trouble with, you know, fighting a really difficult enemy, for instance. I mean, I'm sort of thinking that metal golem that we triggered at the forge, you know, that could be a very tough fight, and perhaps maybe we want to have some people who would, you know, essentially revive themselves almost, or stabilize, you know, immediately after being downed. So yeah, it's only about 500. This is pretty doable. Again, just double checking that we don't want to buy anything else. What about this? Cacophony. Thunderous Smite. 2 to 12 damage. Thunderous Smite. Pushes your enemy... pushes your target 3 meters away. And it does 5 to 22 damage as well. It actually sounds pretty cool. Hoppy. How much is this? Okay. I'll buy it. So I feel like... whoops. Yeah, sorry. I feel like we've been spending money left, right, and center. But that's okay. I don't really know what else we're going to do with our gold. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's just have a look at our new gear. So the Boots of Elemental Momentum, I'd say this will go on to Gale. So let's just move that across. The Gloves of Baneful Striking. Yeah, I'm thinking... Yeah, this could be a good one for Will, potentially. Because it specifically says that it's a penalty against a spell, right? So Will is kind of doing a mixture of spellcasting and normal attacks, so I think that should work. All this other stuff we sort of will be keeping for the time being. And do I need to go back right now? Probably not. I could probably just venture off to that direction, and yeah, we'll try to go to the Shadowlands. And I was reluctant last time we were here, purely because I thought that would progress us to the next act, which I don't really want to do until we're, you know, obviously done with all of the side quests and stuff that we still have in this act. So I believe that won't happen if we go through here, but I'll just do a quick save just in case.
I'm adjusting to this new life.
It's when you use words like agog that I remember you're actually 2 centuries old.
And it's when you think agog is an impressive word that I remember you're just a child.
Alright, quick saving, and let's go through. Okay. Is this gonna start Act 2? Let me just make sure that quick save happened. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the right way or if we should have gone a different way. But I will take a look at our journal. Did we get the same warning when we went into the Underdark? I can't remember. I don't think we did.
This place is dark beyond dark. You feel it too, right? I'm sticking to light wherever I can find it.
Are you the true soul?
Who wants to know?
I'll take that as a yes. Listen up. Grab a torch, stay out of the dark, and move fast. The shadows have eyes. Go on.
Okay, so we need to use the torch. That's fine. But don't we have this thing here? Where is it? Ah, it's in the camp, isn't it? Before we go to the camp, though, let me just double check here. Yeah, we do still have all the quests that we've got from before. So I guess this is not really Act 2 just yet. It's just a different area. I think the game would probably tell us if we're in Act 2. Let me go back and let me just see if I can fish out the lantern. Where is it? There it is. But surely there's something else that we need to do before we can actually use this lantern, right? Hang on. Seek protection from the shadow curse. A deadly shadow curse plagues this land. Nur had a moon lantern to protect himself from it. We may need to find something similar if we want to survive. We have it. But so are we saying that this lantern is useless because it's broken or something, or? Alright. Don't know how we're going to complete this just yet, but... this does say that we're infiltrating Moonrise Towers. And we're to follow some kind of convoy. Oh, did the goblin just die or something? Or maybe this is a body of a different one. I'm just trying to think here, guys, whether or not we've exhausted all pathways. I'm just going to see if I can backtrack a little bit. I know we just arrived here. Is there a portal that we will unlock soon? Because if there is, maybe that's what we should do first. The hell is this thing? I don't know if we should be stepping into it, but I suppose for science... Yeah, okay, it's nothing. Dead ox here. It has shadow cursed undead. Those who die in the shadows are cursed to remain there forever. These undead have reduced hit points and strength, are resistant to necrotic damage, and cannot use spell or weapon actions.
This beast didn't go down without a fight.
Black oleander. We'll take that. The chest right up there. Elegus. Refugee's journal. A tiefling's journal charting the journey from Elturel to the Emerald Enclave, and now on the road to Baldur's Gate. The ox just up and died. It started choking out of nowhere, then keeled over. We tried to pull the cart, but the ox knocked the wheel off when it went down. And the thing is in splinters. The others want to grab what we can and keep going, but this place feels wrong. My skin is crawling, like something is watching us from the darkness. No one else is talking much, but I can tell they feel the same. Can't remember if we met this Elegus while we were at
Gored to death by the look of it.
the druid camp. Possibly. Everyone needs to level up as well. I might not do that in this episode because...
Like it drain you dry.
I feel it too.
Oh, okay. The Shadow Curse is a powerful threat that lurks and devours in the darkness. Surround yourself with light to avoid its most lethal effects. I see. So...
I have something to
one
ask.
of our guys needs to break out a torch if we're going to split up, I think. Yeah, okay, that's gonna complicate, like, combat quite a bit.
Best get going.
And traversal as well, if we're sort of trying to navigate traps. Nope. that's what we want. And throw that off. And what is this? Strange conduit. Yep, we do want that.
With a flick of the wrist. At the ready.
Okay, that's probably nothing. Then let's go back. Again, just hoping that we do find some kind of a portal that should get us here easily for the next time.
Historian, how is the rat diet going?
It may soon come to an end if you don't shut your mouth.
A pile of belongings, forsaken to the curse so that their owners could escape with their lives.
Anything of use?
Get to Baldur's Gate. An old map in a druidic style of what appear to be hidden routes out of Emerald Enclave. The destination is marked as Baldur's Gate, and a note is attached. Take only what you can carry, go through the mountain pass. If anyone falls, leave them. You can't afford to be slowed down by excess baggage. Good luck.
Always room for more.
Oh, there's something down there. Ah, we've got more of these goblins.
I'm feeling a bit parched and peckish.
Me too. Keep an eye out for any passing vagrants.
I'm afraid you'll have to content yourself with vagrant chickens.
So I guess we're going to have a chat with all of these guys. Do I cast Voice of the Circle? It'll give us decent persuasion. There's a pathway down this way, leading to some abyss-looking thing. What is this? Follow the convoy. Find the cultist camp. Alright.
Hey boy, you want the bone? Fetch!
What are you doing?
Ah! Hells, I near stained myself. Just seeing if this shadow curse is as bad as they say. Word is, it eats anyone gets too deep into the dark. I take it you're the true soul we're waiting on? Needs passage to Moonrise?
How do you plan on getting me through this cursed darkness?
Don't worry, boss, you're in good hands. We've got a guide. Talk to Kansif inside. He'll run through it.
Kansif. Okay. A guide? I know of no man nor beast that could traverse such darkness unaided.
You don't know? Oh, you're gonna soil yourself when you see him. But I won't spoil the surprise. That's for Kansif. Head on in.
If we were feeling cruel. Alright. Why not? Why not do speak with animal? And speaking of casting stuff, I haven't cast this on Will.
breathing, despite everything.
I don't know your smell. Are you a friend?
I'm more of a friend than the goblin with the bone. You know, he tried to kill you.
He did? Then I must have been bad. They beat me because I am weak. Because I am soft. Even though I try my best.
Aww. I don't know if this is a good idea, because the wilds here is probably a bad idea for him, right? I mean, sure. You belong in the wild, my friend. Go be free. Brilliant.
But the goblins said I must stay here, or they'll cut me, kill me.
Yeah, you're a hunter, like me, swift and true. They'll never catch you. Yeah, I could even chuck Voice of the Circle on during conversations. That is fantastic. I do like that. Ooh, that is not great. Oh, no. So our last inspiration, do I really want to waste it on this interaction? Maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna bite the bullet here.
No, it's too risky. I can't.
Can we redo the conversation with someone else? I wonder.
What a day. No one back home.
Alright, if we do want to do it, we have like potions of speak with animal. Oh, this is the Cansif fellow. Alright. I'm thinking, guys, this might be a good place for a break, but I'm a little bit concerned that we've gone ahead of ourselves and maybe not having a way to return. So I might do some testing just to see if we can actually go back and all that sort of stuff between episodes. If we can, obviously we'll just be here again, but if we actually shouldn't be here yet, then perhaps maybe we might need to do a load on one of our quick saves and perhaps maybe continue the adventure there before coming, you know, to the Shadowlands, that is. Anyway, I am signing out. Hope you enjoyed this one as usual. Chuck me a like if you did. Otherwise, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.